The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. The Longhorns will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up. The give out of the gun. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Going up top on first down. Pulls it in. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Longhorns offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver 100.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Manning. Finds his man down the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's right on target. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They keep attacking through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation. And you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the first sack of the game.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking to pass on second down. Throws for the tight end. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Canes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line, and the returner goes down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away now. This offense back rolling again, create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. That ball was nearly intercepted. They'll live to tell about it. 3rd down coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to break down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip up.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Canes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to throw, it's Manning. Working that left side. Now. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Comes out throwing on first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. He's looking for an open man on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 4th down, looking to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start.
To kick this one away.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. He's got an open man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile, and you stuff them on 1st down, and 2nd down they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air on 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking to throw, it's Manning. He lobs one high down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UTEP has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over Liberty. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Complete downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Manning. A shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He finds his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his 2nd catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Looking to throw it again. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too.
And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll throw it. Makes the grab. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. From the gun. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always